Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. Getting ready to take down another tree. Got a few issues here. I'm trying to preserve this hardwood right here, and there's two trees in its limbs. So I'm going to take this tree first. I've got the cable set on up here, about 16 feet off the ground. And the regular setup that I'm using is that cable is going over to that tree there, coming back over to this tree right there, and then back down to my pickup truck here. And so I've got tension on it. So I'll bring you along for the process. It's a little windy today, but I'm trying to, again, drop that tree right across into there. So we'll see if I can get it. Okay, the tension that I had on that with with the truck was enough to do the job. So it came by that tree right there. The other one will no doubt be another story. And I got it pretty much where I wanted it. Right there in between, right in there. So I'm going to log this out, and I'll set you up over here, bring you along for the process. See, my camera cut out as I was finishing limbing this out. What I got was two 16s, a 12 6, these are 16.6, 12.6. Then I got three 9'6" pieces. These were all fairly straight. So 3 9'6", 8'6", and then a 4-foot piece over here. Now I don't know whether I'm going to be able to use this full 8'6". I see it now. Once I rolled it over, it's got a sweep right there. So I may only be able to get about 6 feet there and use it for boards. Same way I use that little last piece there for boards. But that's totaled about 84 feet. So I've got about the maximum you can get out of this tree and then some. So I'm going to roll it over and get it on the loading dock so I can get ready and might be able to get a log or two milled. So I'm going to do my thing with the PVs and get it rolled over there and up on the dock. So I will keep this on as long as my camera holds out, and let's see if we can't get some trees over here, some logs over here, excuse me. Sorry, the camera went out. I got two up on the wall I've got. Well, that last one got a little bit of pitch on me, but luckily it wasn't that heavy. Alright, so here we are up on the loading dock. The two 16s, 12, 3 9'6", 8'6", and that 4-footer we'll make some boards out of. Those are running, let me just grab my measuring tape. So the first one is about a 13-inch log. The second one is a 12-inch. So in 16 feet, that means that first log I'm going to put on the mill is only losing about 1 inch overall. This one was about a 15.5, 16-inch, probably about 15 on the average. Just got a little bit of a sweep out of it here. So you can see the tight rings on that. That's typical of the yellow pine. That's what gives them their strength. As I was saying, that's what gives them their strength, is those tight rings, slow growth. So this one is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are about 40-year-old trees. That's what they've been averaging. So that gives you those really nice tight rings for structure. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 logs as usual, and one short one. That's what I've been averaging. Like I said, this one here, because it's got such a sweep in it, I may end up just cutting it off right there and just using 6-foot boards, not messing with that last 2 feet. And that is about it for this part of the video. I'm going to set up here, and I've got about 2.5, 3 hours. So I'm going to set up and do another video. We'll mill out that first log, which is actually the second log of the tree. So I'll be back. Okay, let's mill a log. What I'm doing here is I'm going to edge all of these boards, but I take them down 1 inch at a time, and that's how I get all of my stickers as well. So even though I may be just trimming off, you know, a little bit of bark here and there, as I go down, that's how I get my stickers on the areas of the boards that are square all the way around. So I'm going to change my battery out and bring you along for this last portion. Okay, we're coming to the end of the day. I got that log complete now. When you stop and consider, I took that log from over there, what, 2.5 hours ago? 2.5 hours ago, this tree was living, and I've already got it cut into, got one of the main logs cut into boards and big lumber. And now, I don't know whether you caught the mistake I made when I was milling this log out. I haven't done this. I think this is the second time I've done it in the year plus that I've been milling. And that was when I was leveling up the log at the first. You'll see me sometimes, you know, lift the end and put shim in underneath of it. And what happened is I did it, I had to shim both ends because it had a belly in it. And so I wanted to keep it stable this way. Well, after I trimmed off the top, I flipped it all the way over 180 degrees to try to get it level on the cross members here. And I see my batteries flashing. And what I did is I forgot to take out this end, and when I took out the support of this end, which was a 1/2 inch. So I was almost through that full cut when I realized what I had done, and so I ended up losing one of my boards here. As you can see, is 1/2 inch on one end and 3/4 or 1 inch on the other end. So, you know, I'll use it. So I sometimes use it to fix pallets and whatnot, but overall I got 4 nice boards here, 2 16s, probably 2 14s, 13s, somewhere around there, 7s and 6 and a 5. I got this little piece here, 4 inch by 10. I got two 2x8, and then down underneath here, well, you can see it, I got 2 9.5 inch pieces. Now those 9 inch, 9 1/4, right around there, are going to be ceiling joists, so I'm going to cut them down to, once they dried, about 1 3/4 inch, or sorry, 8 7/8 or so. So they'll be ceiling joists for the attic. Now, by doing it from this manner, as you see me, probably some people are thinking I'm wasting a lot of time. Well, I only have so much lumber and so much pine on my property, as you can see. So I want to get as much out of the wood as possible. And so here's the stickers. I got a bunch of stickers as well for my wood. Out of that, normally all of this stuff, or a lot of this stuff, would go right into the, people would get rid of it and chip it or burn it. But this whole complete 16-foot log that I just did, I got over there, you can see I got one wheelbarrow and about 2/3 of scrap off of it. The rest all came out in boards and material. So I try to get as much out of them as possible, as you can see. And so for one log, that's not too bad as far as the value you can get out of it. Now, actually, some of the best value is not so much in your big lumber. It's actually in the clear pine boards. If you have to go buy that square edged, I've priced it, and that stuff, most of this stuff is clear because it's butt logs. And I'll just come around here and show you. You can see there's not a knot in it. This stuff would go as prime once it's planed and whatnot. It would go as prime lumber. And that's great for molding and whatnot. It takes paint because it won't bleed through. And so that stuff runs, a couple dollars or more a foot. That's 1x6 per foot. And so that's what I'm saving a lot of that clear stuff for. I've got a bunch already up in the attic of my baby barn. But that's the stuff I'm going to use, like baseboards and whatever I can use it for. The knottier stuff I use for sheathing, maybe board up the garage area or whatnot. But for the most part, surprisingly enough, this is where the money is saving. It's going to be in the molding. Yes, I'm saving on my dimensional lumber, but this this is all bonus for me, and for me, a lot of money right there. So thanks for joining me today as I fell the tree and started milling it out. Over the next, hopefully, a couple days, I'll finish that next one out. But if you would, please like and subscribe, and join me next, probably the next video, maybe Saturday. I know I'm clumping a bunch of the videos together here. That's because I've been able to do a little more work here on the property in Christmas break. And so, as always, I appreciate you joining me. Until next time, you have a great day.